That's what's up, man. Like I said, this is very, very inspiring. I don't know if you thought about it or not, but do you have like a program where you do like, I guess, like a workshop or maybe like consultations to try to help people from maybe say another state or another city who may want to do what you're doing, but they just may not know where to start, or they just may not have that example to look to, if you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you mean. For the most part, I do plan to do that eventually. I've had some people ask me about it. So yeah, we do plan to eventually do like some workshops showing other people like how to do what we do in our city. We do want to see it expand other places. I just don't want to become how do you say one of those franchise programs that people just open up and it's not really working or helping. And that's what I want to see actually happen. I want to see our students actually develop. I want to see them actually do good. And what the kids here in Albany may not be what the kids in Baltimore need, or may not be what the kids in Chicago need. They all need different things. And that's what I want to see happen, is how can we best serve the children where they at in their geographical area.
Right, right. That make a lot of sense. Now I can ask you this. I was looking online. It was saying that either you was in the process of buying some land, or maybe you already bought the land. Have you ventured into like agriculture, farming, beekeeping, anything of that nature?
Yeah, we purchased 40 acres of land back in May of 2021. So our school does own 40 acres of land. We do plan to get into agriculture. We have done workshops in farming and different harvesting animals, etc. On a farm before. So we have done those workshops, but we haven't started on our land yet. It's all full of trees right now, so had to get those trees torn down and start working on that land eventually. And then of course we want to build dorms out there too for our school, but that's another project. So
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I think that'd be real dope. Like to have a site where the students can stay. You know what I'm saying, on 40 acres.
right.
That would be an amazing experience, man. Now I can ask you this. I think maybe like a year or two ago, or may have been more recent or later, but a couple of your videos had went viral and circulated. Did you could you talk about any of the support that you might have received? Because I think maybe it might have been Boyce Watkins. That's when I first got familiar with you. But have
Sure.
any celebs, or if you can name them, if it's okay, or any experiences that you just had, overwhelmingly of people showing support or even sharing or reaching out, giving you information or tips or backing you, or just
Yeah, sure. We had a couple of different celebrities reach out. Most notably, Rihanna reached out to me and she said she loves what we're doing and stuff. So I mean, we had a few different celebrities. I've been on Kelly Clarkson show, and I did an HBO special with Sam J. We've had a lot of celebrities reach out. I will say Layla Ali. I mean, people all over the internet were in support of what we were doing when I went viral. So, but I was glad to have all the support that we did, and bring all those people into the fold to follow us. So,
that's major. That's major. That's good to hear, because a lot of times, people in the community, they want to know where the celebrities is at and how they feel about different things. When we need things, especially like in terms of education and giving back. You know what I'm saying? There was some major stars that you had mentioned. Now I can ask you this: what do you feel like have been your biggest obstacles in just getting to school, getting the land, running the program?
I will say the probably biggest obstacle has been myself for the most part. It's easy to go blame everybody else or blame other folks for your shortcomings, but I think most things that have went wrong or could have been done better, is completely fault of my own. As long as we take responsibility for our own actions, that's how we progress and become better. So I think biggest obstacles that I've had are because of me, and things that I could have done better and things I could have studied more and worked harder on. So yeah, I'll definitely say my biggest obstacle and challenge while working with our school and working with our after school program has been myself.
Man, that's major. I think accountability is like a lost art, man, in our community. A lot of times, we want to pass the buck, but I feel like as people, is our responsibility to educate our children. It's our responsibility to, have grocery stores and grow our own food. And if people in our community that are a threat or a danger to, I would say, the highest degree, but we should have a stronger presence in controlling the things in our community, just like every other group of people do. But a lot of times our people, and we've been through a lot, we know the history, but at some point it's like either we got to do it like what you doing, or it don't look like it's gonna happen for us.
Yep, absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, okay. Now I can ask you this. I was watching one of the videos online. It said you was having an issue with the law enforcement. If you could talk about that a little bit, if you at liberty to, is that still a problem, or is that something that just was taking place in the beginning?
Yeah, it was definitely taking place at the beginning. People kept calling, complaining about the school or whatever. But you know how that goes. But yeah, people were calling, complaining about the school for no reason. I mean, it's like not like we were bothering anybody, and they kept sending code enforcement and the sheriffs and everybody to our different locations trying to see what we were doing and stuff like that. It became a nuisance, of course, but we were able to maneuver through that and around that. Some things they tried to stop, of course, but we were able to pivot and do something else. So
Right, right. I understand that, and maybe I can ask your perspective on this. Why is it? Why is it such a, I mean, like, for example, I could say, well, we need a black owned grocery store, and a lot of people say, oh, you a militant, you a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Just to do something that any other group of people would do. And maybe you have heard those things as well. You want to start a school, a black man starting a school for black people and black kids. And some people would, of course, definitely applaud that. But then you got some of our people, or maybe, like you say, law enforcement. Why is it such a threat?
well, I mean, obviously, it's gonna go against the system. The system's teaching, well, miseducating our children purposely. So I can understand why they wouldn't want somebody with a, school that's not, affiliated with the government per se. Because obviously the government is trying to teach children many different things. And everybody doesn't subscribe to those things, and they want everybody with a one-track mind, and easy to control. And it's not easy to control children who've been taught the opposite of what the system has been teaching them. So of course it's a major threat, because obviously if it becomes a mass thing, then it becomes a mass problem for them, and they can't control the masses if they can't control the minds. So